Live from the Dr. Jerry Henderson Radio Complex, it's time for Card Guys. And now, here's your host, Anthony Schulte.
Good morning. Thank you, Michael, for the intro as always, and welcome to Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk, Season 4, Episode 18. Coming up today, you know the Pistons won again. The Pistons sweep the Spurs and clinch history in an unimaginable season. The Red Wings drop yet another game along their playoff push. And we have our Tigers season preview with opening day just one day away in a very special segment composed by this man right here. I'm Anthony Schulte, and joining me today right next to me, Mr. Michael Rosenkranz.
Great to be here on a Wednesday. We got a fun-filled program today.
Yes.
It's not an entire Detroit sports roundtable, but you could say it is because it's all three active Detroit sports teams right now. Stick with us through that, and please, folks, stick around to the end of the show for today's fun segment. You're not going to want to miss it at the end.
Exactly. All right, so let's get into our three stars. Of course, joining us via video taped on his phone is Ryan Donnelly. He joined us Monday for his three stars. He's currently in the Dominican Republic, and we're going to send it down there to the Dominican Republic where Ryan has his stars. Ryan?
Thank you, Anthony and Michael. I miss you guys both in the studio. I wish I was there for the Dump-O-Meter episode, but I am still here in the Dominican Republic giving you guys my three stars. Again, I will not be giving you guys my insight for both the Pistons and the Red Wings and the Tigers, and obviously the Dump-O-Meter. I hope you have fun doing it, Anthony, and I hope you guys back at home who are watching this program today have fun watching it, because they do this on 97.1, and it's pretty fun, and we want to have some fun on the show before opening day. So right now I'm going to give you guys my three stars. My third star, I'm going to go with Simon Edvinsson of the Detroit Red Wings, who last night against the Utah Hockey Club in a very important win, 2 assists, which gives him 2 points on the season, and a 5-1 victory against the Utah Hockey Club. The boys will talk about it later on in the show. So they'll give you your insight. Michael will most likely give you your insight for that. My second star, I'm going to go with Casey Mize. Today, against the San Francisco Giants in a 3-4 loss, he had, in 3 innings pitched, he gave up 3 hits, but he also had 7 strikeouts. He has had a phenomenal spring, and like me and all the Tigers fans around the world, we hope for better production from Casey Mize this season. I hope it happens. He's had a great spring. He averages about 5 to 8 Ks every time he is on the bump for the Tigers, and he 100% deserved that final roster spot along with Jackson Jobe. And my first star, I'm going with the kitty cat himself, Alex DeBrincat. Yesterday against the Utah Hockey Club, 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points on the game, but this game is really significant because Alex DeBrincat last night hit his 500th career point. He's now at 501 career points. Even if he had an assist or a goal, he'd still hit that 500 mark. So great stuff from Alex DeBrincat, and those are my 3 stars. Love you, Mom and Dad, because I forgot to say that on Monday. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Ryan, thank you for those stars. Good picks for him. Michael, go ahead with yours.
All righty. So I talked to you off of air, and I said I didn't quite get these lined up on the way, so some of these might be going off the dome, but let's just get right into it. My third star, I'm going to choose SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 32 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists in 33 minutes in the Thunder's win over the Sacramento Kings, 121-105. Thunder got 60 wins. Already. It's insane. I can't wait to see them in the playoffs.
And Pistons play Oklahoma City next week, flexed into prime time
Another
on ESPN.
Game where the Pistons are flexed into prime time on ESPN. You love to see it. Will Cade hit another game winner if he plays?
We'll see. Yeah, well, he's got to play.
Let alone
more.
if the man plays.
He's got to play.
We'll talk about them later, but Tim Hardaway coming back over Cade is kind of crazy.
That surprised me, but yeah, we'll get into that later.
My second star, let's go a little bit of CMU softball from this past weekend. Let's go with Carly Sleeman herself. She's number eight ranked catcher in Division I softball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she is absolutely insane. There was only a doubleheader that was played on Friday. The Saturday game got canceled, but she hits with a crap ton of power, and it just keeps on going for her. She had a 2-home-run game on the first game in the doubleheader on Friday. That was a game where the Chippewas found themselves down 13-3 against Akron going into the bottom of the 6th inning. We rallied for 13 runs in the final 2 innings to come back for a walk-off.
Really?
It was a very, very, very special game 1. Carly Sleeman, I have so much good to say about her. She's just incredible. She hits with so much power, great defensively. She's out here basically trying to pick off runners stealing from her knees, like Yadier Molina.
Really?
It is insane how good she is. Yeah. So Carly Sleeman gets my second star. My first star, I'm going to stick with CMU softball. Let's go with Grace Koenig as well. Koenig had a phenomenal series. She swung such a hot bat. In that first game, I'm trying to remember the stats, but I think she went 4 for 5 in that first game.
There you go.
And I think it was 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run she had in that game. And on the 2 games, she went 5 for 7, drew 2 walks, totaled 4 extra base hits, 6 RBIs, and 4 runs. Hottest bat over the weekend. Hopefully she can keep that going. Today, when they have their game in East Lansing against Michigan State. Those are my 3 stars.
All right, I'll quickly hit my 3 stars. My third star, give it to a Riley Green. He hit a home run, splashed it in San Francisco over at Oracle Park against the Giants. Hit it into the water. A nice little moonshot there for Riley Green. He gets my 3rd star. My 2nd star, let's give it to Marco Casper. 1 point, and it was a goal against the Utah Hockey Club in what was probably one of the better games in the last couple weeks for the Red Wings. Of course, we couldn't follow that up with a win against Colorado, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But Casper, 1 goal, plus minus of +2. So 4 hits, 3 blocks. So good stuff from Marco Casper. And then my first star, a man that is the epitome of professionalism in his 2nd year playing in the National Basketball Association. This man steps up when he needs to. His role gets diminished by an incoming veteran, and he comes in when his number is called after sitting on the bench for a month and puts together one of the most impressive stretches I've seen on the Detroit basketball Pistons. Mr. Marcus Sasser gets my 1st star. 27 points, 4 rebounds, just 1 assist, 9 of 12 shooting, 5 of 7 from 3, a plus minus of +21 in the Pistons blowout win against the San Antonio Spurs at home. Marcus Sasser, like I said, the epitome of professionalism. You're telling me a 2nd-year guy that doesn't have much NBA experience, didn't really get that much experience last year either, comes in, and after being benched basically for a veteran going on a playoff push, comes in when Cade Cunningham is injured and puts up Cade Cunningham numbers, at least scoring the ball-wise. You can't ask for anything more from this kid, and he's come in and he's really proven why, he is a valuable piece for the end of this bench. Maybe even raising his trade value a little bit. In case the Pistons want to make a move, he's a good little addition because he's showing a lot of talent. Marcus Sasser is my 1st star. All right, let's get into the Detroit basketball Pistons. They'll lead off our program here today once again. After a blowout win against the San Antonio Spurs yesterday at Little Caesars Arena, 122-96. Everybody chipping in. I think that was 12 people scoring yesterday.
I think so, yes.
The San Antonio Spurs went a total of 10 minutes and 46 seconds without a field goal in the 2nd quarter. That was a nail in the coffin for them. 3rd quarter, they start to make a little bit of a comeback there. comeback, as in they made it an 18-point game. FanDuel Sports Network decided, hey, who needs to watch the game? Let's have a radio broadcast, because they had technical difficulties. So for most of the third quarter, I couldn't even watch the dang game. But the Spurs dug themselves their own hole by not being able to score for practically an entire quarter. Just an incredible performance from the Pistons. Again, without your star player, you take care of business. You get a much needed win against San Antonio. You don't have many games against under 500 teams left. You have two. I think it is the Raptors and it is the Sacramento Kings. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not an easy schedule coming up to close out the season. And you get a win that clinches a 500 win percentage or better season. The Pistons have not had a winning season in 17 years. It has been 2 decades. My brother is 16 years of age, 17 this year. His entire lifetime, he has never seen a Pistons winning season. I was merely a 3-year-old little lad running around my house the last time the Pistons had a winning season. And the Pistons need just one more win to clinch their first winning season in 17 years. What a time to be alive if you're a Detroit Pistons fan.
You couldn't have said it any better, Anthony. This is absolutely incredible, and the fact that it's taken 17 years to clinch a winning season, it finally, this one season alone speaks to the turnaround of how much coaching impacts the team, of how much the fundamentals basically impact a team. Because, I mean, you go back to last year, when the owner is talking rotations with one Montgomery Williams.
Tavares
Montgomery Williams.
I think the third.
You can kindly sign me out. When you're talking rotations with Tommy T-shirt Gores, you can kindly sign me out. J.B. Bickerstaff was hired on. Trajan Langdon came here. And look what they're doing.
They're
putting together a winning roster. These guys actually want to be here.
Not only that, but you put veterans on a young team. Shocker. I know.
Yeah.
You put well-touted veterans on a team, and you put shooters on a young team to give spacing for Cade Cunningham. And look what happens. Competent basketball minds are finally in the Pistons organization. And you know what? We give Tommy T-shirt a lot of you-know-what. On this program we have, on social media, a lot of Pistons fans have, but I got to give it up for Tommy T-shirt because he realized his mistake. He was like, you know what? We're not doing so hot right now. And I want to have a winning product. You get rid of the man that you paid $80 million to after sitting at his table. And then you get rid of another man that you brought in that was like your project savior, Troy Weaver. You get rid of both of them. You bring in new guys. You let basketball minds do the basketball work. And you know what? I got to give it up to him. He swallowed his pride. He took care of what he needed to take care of. And now look what we have here. He's sitting courtside. The last 2 games, he's been courtside at the Pistons games. He's showing up to more games, it seems, this season. Look, you're putting together a winning team. We've never been a winning team. We've only been 500 since he's been the owner. This is uncharted waters for him. And who knows what can happen this offseason.
It is uncharted waters for him, and the only bad thing about that is it took him 13, 14 years to figure it out.
At least he figured it out,
That's the tough thing. When it finally comes to a point when you've been pretty much an abject failure for the better part of 13, 14 years, you finally get that reality check, and it finally hits you like a truck, and it's like, yeah, I need to do something. And he finally did. And now people are excited about this Pistons team. I'm ecstatic about this Pistons team. You're ecstatic about this Pistons team.
I'm a word that I can't
have been watching 550 games in a row or something.
Let's see. Let's calculate. What is 6 times 82? 6 times 82.
I can't do that math quickly
492.
in my head.
And the Detroit basketball Pistons are now 41 in 32. 41 plus 32 is 73. So we're going to add, addition sign there, 73. Nope, that's a 4. It's a 4.
Hang in there, baby.
73. 565 consecutive games.
Call this man the prophet of the Detroit basketball Pistons, not money prophet, Prophet. The prophet of the Detroit basketball Pistons. I don't know whether to think that is amazing or concerning.
I don't know if it's impressive or concerning. I don't know.
I'd say it's a little bit of both because I highly respect your fandom.
I love this
respect
team.
Your fandom.
I've loved this team more than anything my whole life. And, to see, this team not only win ball games, but become a playoff team. Not only that, but we're set up for the future. And it's rewarding. The last season was worth it. I can't believe I'm saying that. But the stark difference, I mean, this is a 27-win improvement from last year. That's the most in franchise history, by the way. 27-win improvement. A 27-game improvement from last year. I mean, that's unheard of. What's the NBA record? I don't know. We do not prepare enough for this show than I think we should. What is the NBA record for win improvement? Win improvement. Choo. So okay, Celtics went from 24 wins to 66 wins. That's 42. No, is that 42? Yeah, that's 42.
42.
So yeah, we're not touching that one.
We will be nowhere near 42.
But still rather impressive what the Detroit Pistons are doing here. All right, so the Pistons, they don't play till Friday, folks, so we get a little bit of a break from Detroit basketball. Cade Cunningham missed his second straight game yesterday. They're calling it a calf contusion. That worries me, but he seems fine. It didn't look like anything happened against the Mavericks, but he should be back for the final 9 games of the season. The season's flown by. The final 9 games of the season starting Friday when we host the East-leading Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hopefully we can finally his former team again.
Hopefully we can finally crack that code. So that'll be a fun one for sure. All right. The Detroit Red Wings. Well, I came into preparing for this show happy, ecstatic, Red Wings, a dominant and convincing win against Utah, who we said Utah is a better team than you. Let's prove us wrong. They did. And they went into Utah. They took care of business. As Ryan mentioned in his stars, Alex DeBrincat reached 500 points on his career, 501 to be exact. A huge milestone for Kitty Cat, meow meow. And then you have a back-to-back. On the road, it's tough against Colorado. I'm not going to lie, call me a casual. I didn't realize the Red Wings were on until I was in Walmart with my girlfriend, and I looked and I was like, oh, the Red Wings are on right now. I just did all the graphics for the Utah Hockey Club. Oh. Now I have to redo them all. Let's have some fun with this. No, but
the good news is you didn't have to change the number of goals that
is true.
One of the teams scored.
The winning team still scored 5. The Red Wings take one on the chin to Colorado. And look, you mentioned to me before we went on the air, we haven't beat Colorado in a decade.
Yep.
And we still haven't. And you got off to a hot start. You score the first goal of the game, and then you kind of lose it from there. 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, and then you get one back. It's 4-2, and then you give up another one, 5-2, ball game or puck game. I don't know. I'm a casual in hockey. Kosa was called up, correct?
He was under emergency conditions. He backed up for Lyon, but it was Lyon the whole game, I believe.
So, again, you take one on the chin. Michael, you want to go through the standings real quick here?
Yeah, I can go through the standings really quickly. So with that win against Utah, Red Wings are up to 72 points, which is big, but they didn't jump anywhere because they have there's still 3 teams above them who have either more points or games at hand at you. Columbus is 1 point ahead of us at 73. They have a game at hand. They have a game at hand because you decided to get swept by them in a very crucial time. New York Rangers have 74 points. They swept the series against you 3-0. Islanders, they're at 74 points as well. I believe they have a game at hand against the Red Wings, and they are tied with the New York Rangers, but the Islanders have a game at hand above the Rangers. So they sit in third. Montreal sits at 75, and Ottawa sits at 79. Ottawa lost yesterday, which is big for the Wings, but again, dude, your time is just getting thinner and thinner and thinner. The window's getting thinner.
You're only 3 points behind.
You're only 3 points behind. Red Wings play Ottawa tomorrow. It's a very important game, but it's another one where Ottawa just always seems to have our number.
Yeah, and, it seems like we're, only 3 points behind. That's an overtime loss and a win, and all of a sudden you're tied for that second spot. But what's tough is the teams ahead of you are miles ahead of you when it comes to consistency and putting together winning games. And not only that, but they all have a tiebreaker over you. So it's like, say I'm right here, right? And the Diamonds are right here. It's realistically, this is not a lot of space. This is not a lot of work to do. But you have the toughest rock you have to get through with a wooden pickaxe. Right, yeah, it's gonna take a lot to get past that little road. It seems like a little roadblock. It's gonna be a lot to get through, and that's where those tiebreakers that all those teams have. That's why no matter the sport you're playing, tiebreakers are so damn important.
They are important. You hit it right on the head. And this could be another year where the Red Wings do not control their own destiny. It's what we saw last year, and then they made a miraculous comeback to try and get into the playoffs, and then the Capitals won against Philly to knock you out of it. So you have 11 games left. Ottawa, Boston, St. Louis, Carolina, Florida, Montreal, Florida, Tampa Bay, Dallas, New Jersey, Toronto.
Good God.
Toughest strength of schedule in the league.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, toughest strength of schedule in the league.
There is a world, and I don't want to be a negative Nancy here. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer.
Mm-hmm.
There's a world where we don't win another game.
I could think you maybe win out of these remaining games. You could win against Jersey. Boston's struggling. You could win against You could steal one against Boston.
Or Montreal.
You're not winning against Florida. You are not winning against Tampa Bay. But then again, Red Wings seem to always play Tampa Bay pretty well for some reason. I don't know why.
The Red Wings can beat any of these teams.
They can.
Let's be honest. They have the talent to beat these teams. It's just, will they? It's a tough schedule. How many of these are on the road?
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So out of how many?
11 games. 5 home, 6 road.
So you have more road games than home games. It's going to be a tough schedule. We just have to see what the Red Wings can do here. They don't control their own destiny at this point, in my opinion, because all those teams ahead of you have an easier schedule. They're better teams, and simply put, you dug yourself the hole. You can blame the refs all you want. You can blame bad luck all you want. You dug yourself the hole either way. Just because the refs were bad for a few games or you got unlucky, you shouldn't have put yourself in the position to where the refs being bad or getting unlucky is losing you hockey games. So you dug yourself the hole. Whether you want to hear it or not, folks, whether you want to hear it or not, you dug yourself the hole. Now you got to dig yourself out, and it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be easy. And I thought it was 9 losses when I told you that tidbit on the show on Monday. Now we're at 9 losses in the month of March. So we're now 3-9 in the month of March. And
not ideal when you're making a playoff push.
No. And the fact that this has happened multiple seasons, it's so frustrating to me, but it's like, I'm so numb to it now. Like, call it with like the bad years of the Pistons or the Lions. It's like you could become numb to it. Because it's like, that's who this team is, and it's not fun, and I hate this, It's just, I want to make the playoffs with the Red Wings, but I unfortunately just don't see it happening. You have the toughest strength of schedule remaining in the league. I maybe think you win 2, if you're lucky, 3 of those games. And that's it.
And that's tough. That's not getting you into
Of
the
those
playoffs.
11 games. That's not going to make
Say
you
you
in
win
the playoffs.
3, that's 6 points. You think Montreal's not going to win a game and go to overtime in another game this season?
They're going to, because NHL has parity. And let me just look at the games that the
that's a rough
Canadians
stretch.
have left.
Hold on.
They have a rough stretch too. Philly, Carolina, Florida, 2 games in a row. Boston, Philly again. Preds, they'll probably beat the Preds because the Preds are trash this season. Red Wings, Senators, Leafs, Blackhawks, Hurricanes. I could see the Canadians winning
I could see them winning 3 for sure.
3,
And
maybe
you know what that
4.
does? That eliminates the Red Wings if we only win 3.
Yes, it does.
So that's all it takes. All right, well, the Red Wings, they play against Ottawa. They host them at the Pizza Oven, Little Caesars' Arena, tomorrow at 7 o'clock. You'll be able to catch that on FanDuel Sports Network, as always. Hopefully, they don't have technical difficulties again.
Hopefully not.
All right, coming up after the break, it is finally time for our Detroit Tigers season preview, with opening day just a mere day away. And we also have a special segment composed by this guy over here, Michael Rosenkranz. Sorry, 97.1, you have good ideas, and you know what happens in this industry. When you see a good idea, you take it. You're watching Card Guys Detroit Sports Talk. We'll be back right after this. Sports cards, signed jerseys, signed helmets, and more. Miller's Sports Cards and Collectibles is your one-stop shop for all things the hobby. Make sure to check them out down Mission Street in Mount Pleasant, right past Meyer. Miller's Sports Cards and Collectibles. Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. Join Michael Rosenkranz,
Sports take precedence over academics.
I agree, but
Ryan Donnelly,
Corbin Burns, who is their big ticket J13 item. Scooble is with us. Scooble's our big ticket.
did
J1.
you just call Tarek Scooble James? And Anthony Schulte.
I have an issue.
You have.
There is no break. It's a constant grind. It's an unbreakable cycle.
Yeah, it's
As they navigate through the Detroit sports landscape. Live Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:30 a.m. on 101.1 The Beat in Mount Pleasant and at 11 a.m. on YouTube. Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. Welcome back, Card Guys Detroit Sports Talk. Michael Rosenkranz and Anthony Schulte here with you on this hump day, one day before opening day in MLB. The Detroit Tigers take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Prime time, ESPN. It's Scooble versus Snell?
I think it's Blake Snell. Yep.
Scooble versus Snell tomorrow night. It's going to be a treat pitching duel, I'm going to guess, between a loaded Dodgers team and the Detroit Tigers. The good thing about playing the Dodgers now is, one, you get them away with early, playing on the road. And number two, if you lose these games, nobody's going to bat an eye because it's the Dodgers. So, it does give you a little cushion coming out of if you stumble out of the stretch here, you stumble out of spring training. Sometimes that happens with the team. Mm-hmm. At least you can say, hey, it was the Dodgers, right? It was the Dodgers, and they're overpowered.
And to be honest with you, I'm not expecting this Tiger team to beat the Dodgers. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. I don't want to be, all that.
You're just being
Guys,
realistic.
I'm calling it like it is.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are a wagon.
They have talent. They have all-star talent at every position, and their backups. So
Yeah.
they've got a squad there. They've got one of the best pitching rotations. They've got one of the best lineups. One of the best. Their position players are. Enough about the Dodgers. I don't want to think about the Dodgers. I just want to watch baseball.
I don't blame you. I am so ready for MLB opening day. Spring trainings happened for the past month, all while we wait with anticipation for MLB opening day. It's finally here tomorrow. I can't wait for some more Tiger baseball.
I can't wait. The sweet pipes of Jason Benetti is going to be gracing our living rooms and our dorm rooms once again. And I can't wait,
Benetti, if you are watching this, we want you on the show.
What a pipe dream.
What
a pipe dream. That's not. This show stinks. That's not happening. Anyways,
I'm just throwing it out there, man.
You can throw it out there, but, hey, Trump threw the first pitch at a baseball game. So
yes, he did.
Anything can happen. Anyways, so I'm just excited for the Tigers to be back just every single day. Last year, I made an effort to at least watch an inning of every single game. Look, 182 games, night,
62.
day, 162, sorry.
162.
162. I get an NBA, MLB, everything's 82, 62.
Yeah.
Even number and 2. It's even number and 2. Anyways, it's 162 games. It's hard to watch every single game in its entirety. Damn near impossible to do that. Especially if you have a life.
Exactly.
Like most people do. So I make it a goal to at least watch one inning or two, 1 or 2 innings of each game. And I did that last year. I watched 1 or 2 innings of each game. I actually watched the entirety of like 150. And I was very fortunate that my work allowed that. My line of retail work allowed that last year. However, not realistic. That's why MLB Game Day app exists. But I'm just excited that the Tigers will be on again. We'll be able to follow our team again. We'll be able to yell at our TV again and yell at a certain individual that I want to mention here. That I was planning for. He could be considered in MLB talks as the greatest utility guy to ever lace up the cleats, to ever shine his helmet, to ever tighten his mitt, to ever lace the batting gloves, to ever crunch the dirt, to ever get a grass stain on his pants, because he does get down and dirty. This guy, like I said, the ultimate utility guy. You can trust him. You can depend on him to make you take 5 Advils at a time and antidepressants. It's Javier Baez, because what does AJ Hinch want us to all say? If you're watching at home, join in with me, everybody. Uno, dos, tres, more Javi! Because why the hell not? Javier Baez. Woo! I love myself some Javi, because we have Javier Baez, the ultimate utility guy, playing center field. The toughest outfield position, in my opinion, my humble opinion. One of the toughest positions in the damn sport. And you have Javier Baez dipping his toe into the big boy pool, into the 6-foot section of the pool. Not only is he dipping his toe, he's taking a slip like Ryan took into the pool of center field. Javier Baez, folks, I can't wait. I hope it's a spring training pipe dream that I'm having right now. I hope I'm waking up from a coma tomorrow and Javier Baez is just at the end of the bench. Because why? Why is Javier Baez playing center field? Every single 7-year-old kid that has a Javier Baez jersey, because he was the big hot ticket that came into town a couple years ago, burn it. Everybody burn your Javier Baez merchandise. If you're selling the Javier Baez merchandise, burn it. Nobody's going to buy it. You'll have a better enjoyment. You'll spend your time better by burning that stuff. Javier Baez is one of the biggest disappointments in North American professional athletics, and that includes the Detroit Pistons of last year. Javier Baez is a disgrace to the sport of baseball, to America's pastime. He is spitting on the grave of Babe Ruth, it seems, at this point. Because why is he still employed? Javier Baez stinks. That's it.
I have nothing to add to that. That was absolutely incredible. And I guess one of the only things I want to add to that is Javi Baez hasn't played in center field in 9 years. He played there in 2016 when he was in his prime with the Chicago Cubs.
If Jake Rogers or Dylan Dingler gets hurt, let's throw Javi behind the plate. Let's have him call the shots. Let's have him line it up for Scoobs.
Oh, let's throw Javi Baez in center field. Oh, God forbid that Colt Keith gets hurt. Let's slide him over to first base. Don't worry about Torque, because we have more Javi. I hate this guy.
What a treat.
AJ Hinch. The fact that you're still putting this guy on the team and giving him reps in the ballpark is a disgrace.
This is, hey, what a treat. You're not appreciating the treat that we are getting. The sweet treat, the ice cream sundae that is the ultimate utility guy in Javier Baez. How could you disrespect the ultimate utility guy?
Because he's a negative WAR player. He was a negative 1.1 WAR last year.
And we're placing him all over the baseball diamond.
He is a negative asset to this Tigers team.
Oh my goodness.
I just want to wake up from a deep slumber in my own bed this weekend, and I do not want to see Javi Baez anywhere on that field. And the fact that AJ Hinch is trying to sway the fans, he's actually trying to sway the fans' opinions. Do you think we're stupid, AJ Hinch?
I may have been born at night, but not last night, okay? Javier Baez stinks, okay? You cannot give me enough legalized tender to tell me that Javier Baez is good and me agree. We want to talk about some bad renovations, right? Javier Baez is a bad renovation. How about Comerica Park? Chris Ilitch. Chris Ilitch has strikes again. Not only do you take down the iconic Tigers sign on the scoreboard that has been there for years, that is one of the coolest features of that scoreboard, you take it down to put Comerica Park up there. Like you didn't already have it on your stupid vignette that you give every single player on that stupidly, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm in a minority here, but I don't care. I don't like the big scoreboard. It looks cumbersome. It doesn't look right. It still doesn't look right. And now it just looks even worse. Because now it's just a giant Comerica Park sign. Not only do you get rid of the diehard fans that can sit behind the plate, the old lady with her husband sitting behind the plate enjoying a hot dog at the game, the little kid getting front row tickets for his birthday. No more. No. Why would we have the magic of baseball when we could have the corporate magic of the home plate club? Kind of like the Rebin Club at Little Caesars' arena that makes it look like nobody's at the game because all the patrons are in the 200 level or the surrounding behind the basket sections because all the sections that are actually on TV are for club elites. Now, the section that's going to be on television is the club elites in the home plate club. And not only that, but we got the nice, warm, and fuzzy surprise yesterday that the Tigers have unveiled a brand new baseball diamond that has now gotten rid of the little dirt strip. The last ballpark to ever have the little dirt strip leading from home plate to the pitcher's mound is now gone.
Disgraceful.
What a week for the Detroit Tigers.
It's been a week for the Motor City Kitties, and it's
meow meow. That's what we're all saying today.
Yeah, pretty much. These renovations and the home plate club is insulting to Tigers
I hate
fans.
it. I hated that when it was announced.
It's insulting. There's no other way to put it. You're trying to go to the ballpark, especially if you're a family with young children wanting to go to the game, and just enjoy the day, get some good old ballpark food, watch your team.
Well, you say ballpark food, don't you worry, because you're going to have to spend $8 for a plain ballpark dog. Not only that, but now it's going to cost $20 for your frozen daiquiri.
Yes!
So and how about we make it $30 and we'll give you a plastic baseball bat for you to look like a clown with. Good gracious.
Oh my gosh.
All right, enough negativity. Let's talk positivity here with the Tigers, because there is a lot of positivity.
There is.
You've got Tarek Skubal, Cy Young winner, Triple Crown winner. For this team, kind of like the Miguel Cabrera of pitching. He's winning Triple Crowns. He's winning the upper echelon of awards for your position, and he is the star of this team. This is Tarek Skubal's world, and we're measly peasants living in it. But you also have some highlights. Riley Green. Like I mentioned in my stars, he has really put it together to end the spring. Spencer Torkelson. Talking about putting it together in spring. Spencer Torkelson's making himself look like a formidable MLB player this spring, and he has earned a spot on this team.
I just really need to see Torkelson translate that into the MLB.
Yes.
And that's the main point
Consistency,
I want to hit on.
too.
Absolutely.
Torkelson will have a great 3-game stretch, and then he'll go back to playing like he deserves to be on the Erie Seawolves. It's up and down with him. We need consistency, Torque. Look, we found replacements for you, buddy. Force yourself back into this and make AJ Hinch have a very tough decision. And it seems like, he's kind of making those decisions very tough for AJ Hinch. Not only that, you signed Gleyber Torres, who has been great in the spring. I have loved the addition of Gleyber Torres. I feel like every Tigers fan has loved the addition of Gleyber Torres. Sure, defensively, there's a lot to be desired. However, offensively, he provides you that boost that, this offense needed that boost. Especially after, we've seen the ups and downs of last season. More ups, obviously, to end the season, but you can never use too much offense, and it's better than whatever the heck we're trying. I mean, I guess we had Colt Keith out there, but it's better than having Torkelson consistently at first base. You have Matty V. He's injured, but, Matty V is a bright spot. You got a couple injury concerns. Wenzel, the pencil, Perez, he is getting back injections. Parker Meadows, 60-day IL. Not ideal for your center field spot. I guess that's why you're trotting out Javi.
And Wenzel's out for at least a month.
Yeah, 30 days.
Obviously, Javi can make a team better when he's healthy and he's staying within the strike zone and he's getting on base.
Well, did I just hear Javier Baez and staying in a strike zone?
He can help a team win. Javi Baez swings at his favorite sliders 15 miles away.
He swings
from
at
the
sliders
plate.
like I swing at White Castle sliders. Oh, I want another. Hold on. Oh, there's another one. Oh, I want another. Sorry, I don't know how that looked on camera, but
that was wonderful, dude. It's just
thank you. I'm going on 2 hours of sleep.
I hate to go back to Javi Baez, but
if y'all can't tell, I'm going on 2 hours of sleep, and I'm tired of the Javi Baez experiment being shoved down my throat. Simply put.
Yeah.
But Javier Baez, I can't believe we keep going back to that guy. What a loser. Your catching tandem of Jake Rogers and Dylan Dingler looks good. Mm-hmm. Your prospects, I mean, you have the best farm system in the entire MLB.
Yes, you do.
Look, Tigers have a very bright season ahead of them, I think. Record prediction real quick. We were 86 and 76 last year. What's your record prediction for the Detroit Motor City Kitties?
Now, this is going to be interesting. Wow. I am thinking we were 86 and 76 last year.
Yes.
That's a big, big jump. I'm going to say the Tigers this year will be... This is a tough one. How about 92 and 70?
You know what I was going to say? 90 and 72. I think, the addition of Gleyber Torres, a little bit more flexibility in your lineup, a little bit more of a stable pitching rotation. You're still going to have your chaos days, but I think a 4-game improvement from last season, a little bit more consistency throughout the season, maybe a couple more hot stretches here and there. I think that'll do. I think 92 or 90 and 72.
And that's what the Tigers need to do this season. They need to be consistent. They need to, remember why they got in the playoffs last year. Because, let's be honest, folks, it was an improbable run that probably you're not going to see ever again. But that lights the competitive fire in them. And I think they really can be competitive. They need to be consistent, and they need to be ready to go out of the gate. And A.J. Hinch will get them to do that.
Yep. All right, so the Tigers, they play tomorrow night, 7:10 on ESPN against the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, it is now time for a special treat here on the program today. Like I said, 97.1, I hate to do it to you, but welcome to the industry, buddy. It's time for the Dump-O-Meter. The Dump-O-Meter segment here on Card Guys Detroit Sports Talk. Michael has took the liberty and the privilege himself of compiling this segment for us. So, Michael, take it away.
Absolutely, Anthony. So for those really quickly who don't know, this is the Dump-O-Meter. So what we're going to do, I have here with me 10 new food items, not the old ones. These are new ones that are coming out this year around at all ballparks across Major League Baseball.
Not just Illich's Playground.
Exactly. Not Illich's Playground.
That is what I'm calling Comerica Park now. That was off the dome, too. I'm proud of that one. Illich's Playground.
I gotta respect the nickname and creativity off the dome.
Hey, kids run the
Anthony.
bases on Sunday. Woo!
Yes, they do. Wonderful pastime. So the Dump-O-Meter segment, we're going to go through each of these food items, their ingredients, where they come from, and it's very simple. We're going to ask each other, would we eat said food item, and what would we rate it on a scale of 1 to 5 flushes? 1 flush being it's not going to cause any problems, if at all.
No arteries will be clogged in the process of eating.
No arteries will be clogged in the process. Exactly. A 5 being from last bite to bathroom stall, over under in 90 seconds.
You're gonna miss the 6th and 7th inning because the games go by so quick.
You
now.
will have a 7th inning stretch of a different kind. And with that, let's begin.
Folks, if you want to play along at home, comment down what you think your favorite and least favorite items here on this list are. I have no idea what any of this is. I am going in blindfolded and kind of scared because food creations in Big 2025 are scary. So, Michael, what's the first one we have here?
Alrighty, we're going to go out to Los Angeles. The Tigers are playing the Dodgers, so I figured, hey, let's go ahead and get things started with the Slugger. Los
Slugger.
Angeles Dodgers.
Okay.
The Slugger. Anthony is getting a glimpse of this creation right now. It is a 16-inch jalapeno cheddar sausage.
That is a large sausage.
That is a very large sausage. That's going to get clipped, by the way. I haven't even... we haven't even said the ingredients. We haven't even said the ingredients.
I'm on 2 hours of sleep, bro.
We're already having a ball and we haven't discussed the ingredients.
This show stinks, folks. How do we have 131 subscribers? I don't get it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you all for subscribing. Please subscribe if you like this segment. Okay, so
we are 5 words in.
So, a 16-inch jalapeno cheddar sausage topped with corn relish, white cheddar cheese sauce, cilantro crema, crunchy tortilla strips, and served with french fries.
So that sounds gas. That sounds very good. Mm-hmm. But, alright, I'm going to give it 2 flushes, and this is why. Because it sounds good, it looks scrumptious. Looks very yummy. Mm-hmm. But also, I feel like it's going to send me to my 7th inning stretch. That's why it's getting 2 flushes for me, because I might need 2 flushes when I'm in the Dodgers Stadium stalls over there in Los Angeles. So 2 flushes for me.
I would give this a 3. I think mainly for me, just combining the white cheddar cheese sauce with cilantro crema.
See,
the mass amount of
sauce. That's the concerning thing. It's not white cheddar cheese, it's cheese sauce.
Yes.
And notoriously, cheese sauce creates other sauce, if you know what I mean.
Oh my, that's
this show's getting canceled.
Oh, that's a visual image that you can't get out of your eye.
All right, we gotta move on to the next one.
And think about it too. You're gonna be baking in the California heat.
Oh boy!
And that cheese and
downing it
cilantro,
with a warm beer.
Exactly. It's just gonna be oozing down the sides. It's just.
Your $15 little half of a solo cup of beer.
So Anthony gives it a 2. Yep. I give it a 3.
All right.
So not too bad to start. Let's go on to the next one.
Well, this looks like a normal item.
Kyle's Cutlets, Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay.
This is named after Kyle Schwarber, and this is a chicken cutlet sandwich with creamy burrata, crispy fried pepperoni, and arugula. Ooh. The sandwich is drizzled in a sweet, spicy, hot honey sauce on Alicia's bakery roll.
1 flush. Oh boy, that looks tasty.
It really does.
You know what? The arugula, the fried pepperoni, Schwarbomb. That's going to be a bomb, for sure.
That I have nothing better to say.
Yeah, that's 1 flush.
I'm giving it a 1.
Yeah,
I would try that. That looks absolutely delicious.
That looks tasty.
That looks absolutely delicious. I've never been a sauce guy, really, but I'd be interested in that sweet, spicy, hot honey sauce.
Yeah, I mean, have you had the hot honey at Kentucky's Fried Chicken?
I have on
And
and
that
off.
was good.
I
That
have
was
on
good.
and off. Yes,
I
it
enjoyed
was.
it during All-Star Saturday night, and that was quite tasty as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, that Kyle's Cutlets is looking mighty,
Oh, yeah.
mighty tasty.
Oh, yeah.
For the fans, should we put the pictures in of these
Yes, we will
items?
be. Yes, we will be.
Awesome. I know it's more editing for you, but we're making this.
I'm so excited.
We're making this a fun segment today. So
I don't have class today. it's
Anthony
okay.
and I both give it a 1
One
on
flush.
the Dump-O-Meter scale. Let's go on to New York. We have the lobster rolls, New York Yankees.
Okay.
So the lobster rolls, you're getting a glimpse of it right here, but it's fresh Maine lobster salad and lemon aioli served on a toasted top-cut bun with Lay's potato chips.
Is it specifically Lay's?
I would hope it's specifically Lay's and not some off-brand potato chip that they're going to sell you.
They should have used Great Lakes kettle, those kettle cut chips.
Dude,
Those
those
Great
Great Lakes chips are absolutely phenomenal.
But
One of my
it
favorite
is,
brands.
What is that, New York Yankees?
New York Yankees.
They're not going to touch anything that has to do with Michigan, so.
Exactly. The thing that bothers me about this is the lobster salad. Lobster is wonderful on its own.
That's the thing. You don't put lobster in between a bun.
No.
And that's what we're, like, seafood, when it's from a very expensive restaurant or freshly cleaned by yourself or a loved one, is one thing. Seafood from anywhere else, especially somewhere like a stadium kitchen, I can't trust it. I'm going to give it 4 flushes because it doesn't look that appetizing to me. I'm not a big seafood guy. Like, look, I'll eat some fish caught out of my lake, fried in some saltine crackers, make a nice little, some fried chicken or fried chicken, Jesus. Some fried fish pieces. I'm not a big seafood guy, though. And that just, lobster on its own, sure, I might give that a run for its money. But if you're putting it in some sauce and in between a bun, that's not how I want to experience lobster for the first time. So, 4 flushes for me.
I'm going to give it a 3. I'm a seafood guy, but this lobster salad I don't want any part of. The lemon aioli sounds absolutely wonderful. The Lay's chips sound wonderful. I've always been a big Lay's fan. So this, I would think, would be a good food item for me. If it was lobster on its own, I would try it. But is it actually fresh? Probably not, because it comes from the stadium kitchen, and anytime it's in a kitchen, you unfortunately knows what's going on, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
But I missed the last line. It's the perfect snack to eat while watching Aaron Judge squander at bats in the MLB postseason.
Well, you won't have to watch him squander at-bats because you might be squandering your own at-bat. All right, let's go to the next one.
Yes, you might.
Oh, what?
Let's-
Let's... Oh, this has got me tingling.
Uh-oh.
Kansas City.
We're going to the Kansas City Royals for the Z-Man sandwich.
Okay.
So on this thing, a slow-smoked beef brisket with smoked provolone,
Oh,
topped
provolone.
with 2 crispy onion rings and barbecue sauce, all on top of a Kaiser roll.
One flush, 0 flushes, because I'm not going to be flushing any of that out of my system for 72 hours, and gladly, because that is incredible looking. Goodness gracious.
I am going to give it a 1 as well. I love burgers like that. Anytime you have smoked meat, more importantly, smoked brisket with provolone cheese and onion rings on a burger, it's a delicacy, dude. That is a delicacy right there. And again, I've never really been a sauce guy, but you can never go wrong with a just barbecue burger.
I love brisket. I love, the cowboy western burger where you've got, your fried onions, maybe your onion rings, provolone, or whether it's a brisket or a normal ground beef burger, and then you've got your barbecue sauce on it. You can't go wrong with that. That is incredible. Give me 1 flush.
I'm going 1 flush. That looks absolutely incredible, and I will tell you, as a fun fact, I have been to all American League Central ballparks
Really?
except Kauffman Stadium.
Really, I think we might have to go to Coffee
We
Stadium.
might have to go to
I
Kauffman
will pay
Stadium
$30 for
to
that
get
because
the
that looks good.
Z-Man sandwich. That's the thing, though. With all of these concessions, you're going to have to pay ridiculous prices.
Yeah.
But that Z-Man sandwich, that just looks absolutely incredible.
Yes, it does.
My mouth is watering right now. Let's
This
go
looks like something
on-
from the dining hall.
Not the dining hall catching strays at 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's go to PNC Park, where the Pittsburgh Pirates are serving up Polish cannonballs.
Looks like Skeen's cannonballs, if you know what I mean.
Maybe so. This could be Paul Skeen's own creation. It's a deep-fried ball of egg noodles, kielbasa, cabbage, bacon, cheddar cheese, and served with an herb crema dip.
Huh. I would have never thought.
That's a lot in them. That's a lot stuffed in one little cannonball, because these are very tiny. These look very tiny.
They do.
Unless it's not actual size, and there's only 3 of them because they turn out to be massive.
No, they're not massive balls. Those are small balls.
Those are very small.
I'm gonna give that a 3, just because I hate cabbage. I don't like cabbage, but I'm intrigued by the other ingredients, and I feel like I could bypass the cabbage. But I'm gonna give it a 3.
I would probably keep it at a 3 as well, because
We don't gotta
you
spend
have
much
the
time on
herb-
these little things.
You have the herb crema dip that I don't know if I want any part of, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't trust
And
any
then
white sauce
you
that isn't
both-
called ranch.
You both have the bacon in there, which, I mean, bacon's bacon. I love bacon.
And
but again,
cheese.
Bacon and cheese,
Yeah.
it could be a very nasty combo. Your body processes fats very differently
But it
from
tastes damn
other
good.
items. It tastes darn good, but your body processes fats including ways that you may be in the stall for quite a while. So we'll
Yeah.
give that a 3 on the flush meter scale. We're going through these really quickly, but most of these items so far haven't been too bad. Let's
What do we got
go
here?
on to Arizona. The
Okay.
Filthy Mac fries. We're gonna
Rattle
go to
my
Chase.
snake, Arizona.
We're gonna go to. Oh my gosh, Anthony's getting all sorts of clips today. Oh my gosh.
Again,
So-
you give me on 2 hours of sleep, the filter's kind of... All right.
I can't say I blame you. The Filthy Mac fries.
Ooh.
These are Cajun crinkle cut fries smothered in white cheddar mac, cheddar cheese, pork belly bacon, cola barbecue sauce, slaw, crispy onion, and scallions.
Give me a 1.
Wow!
Give me a 1 flush.
Wow!
1 flush, please. Not enough said. 1 flush. Y'all can see it at home.
Yeah, y'all can see it.
1 flush.
I have delved into the project of loaded fries. I've had a couple.
Have you had
loaded-
poutine?
I have had poutine a time or two.
I rest my
It
case.
is pretty good.
You could put anything on French fries. Have you tried putting things on McDonald's fries or Checkers fries? Right.
I cannot say that I have.
Do it.
I cannot say that I have. And I don't have. I only have 1 class today, and it ends at noon.
Low-key?
You're enticing me, dude.
Low key. Go to Taco Bell. Get the nacho fries. Okay. And then get one of the loaded nachos.
Oh,
And then dump the fries into the loaded nachos. Stir it up. Nacho fries. Loaded nachos.
Voila.
Loaded nacho fries.
wow. That's an idea that I may have to consider exploring.
There you go.
I would say for this,
The only thing that worries me is the slaw, because I'm not a big coleslaw guy.
agreed.
But I'm sure you could say no slaw.
Yeah, I would say that, as well as the white cheddar mac as well, but I love white cheddar stuff.
Well, then you'd love white cheddar mac and cheese.
I would love white cheddar mac
Assuming
and cheese,
mac
too.
is mac and cheese.
I would probably go without the coleslaw and the cola barbecue sauce, but I'm going to give that... Ooh, I'm going to give it a 1.
There you go.
I am absolutely trying that if I go to Arizona. Fun enough, I'm actually going to Arizona a week after I graduate on a family vacation.
You are going to have to try that, my
If
friend.
we
And
get
you're
to
going
go
to
to
have
Chase,
to tell us how you
if
do.
we can get the chance to go to Chase Field and watch the Diamondbacks play, I am trying
Oh, yeah.
that. I will report back to the group chat and let you know how it is. Let's get into a little crazy one. We're going to go back to the Philadelphia Phillies. This is a little bit of their take on dessert. The s'mores quesadilla. No, folks, you did not hear me wrong.
They're spending more time on their food creations than their roster creation.
You can definitely say that. This is a crispy flour tortilla, and inside of that, Nutella, mini marshmallows, and graham cracker crumbs served with a chocolate dipping sauce.
See, I was intrigued, the flour tortilla, the marshmallow, the graham crackers, but this is going to have to get a 5 flushes for me because I can't eat it. So, unless I want to die today, 5 flushes.
I'm going to go 5 as well because
it just doesn't look that
I
great.
cannot eat the Nutella. I would not eat that, and that right there just looks like Wilford Brimley diabetic shock. It just looks... I love s'mores, but I would never go as far as to get this.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
The old-fashioned s'mores around a bonfire are absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And I would go from there. Not too much to say about that one, but yeah, that's our first 5 flusher of this segment. Yeah, I would not eat that. Let's go to Houston for the Daddy Mac Dog. This thing has a lot going on.
Well, if it's got daddy and macaroni in it, then I'm intrigued.
I don't know whether that's good or bad. So we got a foot-long beef frank topped with chopped brisket, mac and cheese, barbecue sauce, and crispy dill pickles. And for those who might be familiar, this is the long-lost cousin, if you want to call it, of the Renegade Dog served in Pittsburgh last year.
1 flush.
Wow!
See, now, this is the thing. I'm very hungry right now. So,
As
these
am
all
I.
look very, very good. And look, barbecue sauce, meat, and fried things go together like peas in a pod, okay? That looks incredible. Give me 1 flush.
Anthony is going 1 flush. Oh my goodness gracious.
You get a fat dude when he's hungry doing a food segment. Most of these are going to be 1 flushes.
Oh my gosh. I am going to give this, because there is a lot going on in that one. I would definitely not get the pickles. I don't think I'd get the barbecue sauce either. I would probably stick it with the hot dog, mac and cheese, chopped brisket, and then I don't know if there's any add-ons you can get to this. I'm going to give this...
Probably put some dish soap on it or something, whatever they have back in the kitchen.
Exactly. They'll put whatever it is in the kitchen from Kitchen Services. I'm going to give this a 3 based solely on the mac and cheese, but I think
You're not a big mac and cheese guy.
I think I would try this. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's a texture issue for me.
That's fair.
But the funny thing is, you're from Lake Orion, I'm from Clarkston.
That is correct, yes.
Come to the Clarkston Union and the Clarkston Woodshop.
Okay.
They have the best mac and cheese you will ever try in your life. Penne rigate, baked with a whole bunch of stuff. There's panko on top of it.
All right, hey, you got me. All right.
We're very close to each other,
yes,
so
we are.
I'm going to have to hit you up on that offer.
Yes, you are. I would love to try it.
I have tried that mac and cheese. It is simply amazing. So let's get into another crazy one. My beloved city of Seattle, Washington, but Mariners, when I saw this, I had to put it in the segment, but this is just embarrassing. Ice cream nachos, Seattle Mariners. This elite dessert option will include soft serve ice cream with thick, crunchy waffle chips, sprinkles, and caramel sauce.
So what you're saying is you cut up a waffle cone.
Right.
You made them into chips, and now you're using the ice cream as dipping sauce and a soft serve. So it's going to be hard, so you're going to try and scoop it, and instantly your waffle cone is going to crack. And now you're going to be upset because now you have this giant thing while you're scrunched into the seat. You're trying to eat it without getting it on your $200 jersey. And then you go crack. You're like, God, are you kidding me? And then you got the other team hitting a home run at the same time. And then you throw it onto a little kid. Look, I'm going to probably give that a 4.
Yeah.
Like, is it good in sense, like, you can't go wrong with soft serve, caramel, chocolate, waffle cone. It's an American staple, but it's just the concept of it, like, and then the ice cream's all gonna melt, and then it's gonna be a mess. Like, look, it's, in theory, great idea. The picture, it's not gonna look like that when you get it. It's gonna look probably half the quality of that. Give me a 4 flush.
And to think about it, too, you're in Seattle, which is notorious for their rainstorms a majority of times throughout the year.
To be fair, though, they'll close their roof.
They will close their roof. T-Mobile Park, they'll close their roof.
Maybe the climate will be suitable for an option such as the ice cream nachos.
But ice cream soft serve by itself is just all you need for dessert. Think of the iconic ice cream and the mini helmets that you can get from the ballpark. That is wonderful. I will absolutely have that. Soft serve.
Running back in Andrew Jackson, but still.
Yeah, pretty much. Think about soft serve from Culver's. Their custard. Absolutely divine. I am giving this a 4 flusher as well. It's not quite a 5 flusher, but I would not go for this because this just looks nasty.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our final one. This is number 1, right?
This is number one.
Number 1, final one. Make sure you comment down below. What is your favorite? What is your least favorite? Obviously, I think we know what some of the front runners for each side of the spectrum will be, but we're curious to know what y'all think. Play along with us at home.
Let's end things in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Maxie's Spicy Southern Milwaukee Brewers.
Okay.
So the Brew Crew is serving up this creation: a fried chicken breast, zesty hot sauce, pickles, and comeback sauce. For those who don't know, that's mayonnaise, ketchup, or chili sauce. People have a preference on either one of those. Worcestershire sauce, lemon juice, and sometimes other ingredients such as hot sauce, paprika, garlic powder. Some people put even onion powder in there too, on a potato bun. And apparently they're serving some custom-made t-shirts with said food item as well, looking at these pictures.
I mean, it seems like, comeback sauce, you couldn't even think of a different name than KFC. This seems like just glorified KFC that'll run, for the price of 2 KFC meals, you get 1 sandwich. I'm gonna give this another 4 flusher. Look, it doesn't move the needle. It doesn't intrigue me. I'm not gonna see that on the menu and be like, you know what? What could that be? Let me try it. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna be like, I saw this same exact thing on a KFC commercial a couple hours ago. Want to go to KFC after the game and grab some food? That's what I'm gonna say, and save myself about half the money. So I'm gonna give it a 4, not a 5, a 4. Just because there's no creativity in it. There's no, pizzazz. There's no wow factor. It doesn't move the needle, okay? That's my take.
Yeah, this is literally, when I look at this, when I saw this, when I was making this segment on Monday, this is KFC.
Yeah.
This is KFC.
They literally use the same name as their sauce, comeback sauce.
So you give it a 4. Yeah. I'm going to give this, oh gosh. There's a lot of zesty hot sauce, comeback sauce. If based alone on that sauce factor, if you keep both of those on there, that's a 5 flusher. Knowing me, I'd go without the sauce, but then you're just left with a top
comeback
bun,
sauce. You might not come back from the restroom.
Exactly. With that comeback sauce, you will not come back from the restroom. You are committing when you get comeback sauce and the zesty hot sauce bathroom.
Yeah.
You are committing.
You might as well just go to the bathroom and eat it.
Exactly.
And put the game on your phone.
Exactly. I'm going to give this a 4 flusher. I'm not going to get the sauce. But then either way for me, it's just going to be the potato bun and the fried chicken breast.
It's just a chicken sandwich.
It's just a chicken sandwich that you can get from KFC.
Or Chick-fil-A or
exactly.
Popeyes.
Just the notable staples that you can just go and spend way less money on that still is pretty much a bang for your buck.
Yeah.
And, look, and a lot of these, again, you're going to be paying such a high price for, it's not even funny. And let's not forget, the Brew Crew's got the barrel yard, so you're going to be able to go get some drinks. The man himself, Jay Leinenkugel's barrel yard, is going to serve up some delicacies for you all to enjoy. But as of right now, we hope you all enjoy opening day this year. Hopefully these food items strike a chord for you, or some might turn you down. But that is the dump-o-meter.
Yes, that is the dump-o-meter. All right, well, that's all we have for today's show. An action-packed, rather long show for you here right before opening day out there in Los Angeles. Thank you for tuning in to Card Guys Season 4, Episode 18 on 101.1 The Beat and YouTube. Tune in Monday as we recap a busy weekend in Detroit sports, plus the NCAA tournament, as the field will be narrowed down to the Final Four. We will also be welcoming back our good friend Ryan Donnelly, as he will be back in studio next week. For my good buddy Michael Rosenkranz, and from the Dominican Republic, Ryan Donnelly, I'm Anthony Schulte saying, so long, everybody.
Love you, Mom, Dad, Jason, Eric. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow in the early afternoon.
If you smell